One thing I think that they all benefit from is this wonderful research strategy called transactional strategy instruction, and it's cognitive strategy instruction, where kids learn to kind of monitor their learning. They kind of self-regulate what they're learning, but they learn to predict on their own. They learn to ask higher level questions of themselves when they're reading and writing, and also when they're speaking and listening. The TSI, which is transactional strategy instruction, also includes visualization as one of the leading successful strategies for helping kids learn to read and write and think and speak and all that. And so they have to, during that same time frame when they're working on whatever they're learning, they have to learn to visualize. Now, one thing that has been a big problem with kids who developing these skills that they need to use is a lot of times they did these picture walks for years. Young children look at the picture, you know, when you're reading, and then that's your whole, you add your background knowledge to it, and that's what it's all about. Well, it's a lot more than that. You know, we have to also teach them, yes, it's good to look at the pictures, but depending on picture clues has been something that's really hung them up sometimes for so long. So they have them visualize and write pictures in their mind, draw pictures, or actually write about what they picture when they're reading or thinking or discussing something. Then the next thing they have to have beyond predicting and visualization is they have to make connections. So in history, social studies, science, engineering, whatever class you're in, you have to make it authentic learning and connect to the world or each other. They also have to then know how to summarize what they've learned. And one thing I'd love to hear from Deborah about too is this thing about summarizing. We're putting a lot of focus on summarizing, where mainly it comes down, here's your main idea, and then here are the details. A lot of kids have a hard time with this. There's a strategy called about point that goes with this, where you simply say, if you were learning about immigrants, you'd say to the kid, okay, you know, it's about immigrants, and then they'd have to then find a few details, like immigrants came from all over the world, and then they use these details to, you know, right there from graphic organizer like that to do a summary. But I think there needs to be a lot more done. Beyond just doing predicting, visualizing, connecting, and summarizing. We want them to be more analytical and do more journaling and things like that. So I'd like to see it go to higher levels. I think that's what Ashley was saying too. We need them to start getting to higher levels so that they will function better as adults.